Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we do have some excellent news for everybody out there. Quite a few stories going on out in the crypto market that I am excited to share with you. Today, guys, I'm going to do less of like a Q&A at the end of this thing, and I'm just going to take questions as we go along. So throw some questions up, but some of the topics of the day are Twitter and X.com drama / excitement / future maneuvers from Elon Musk. Let's talk about Dogecoin, which is right on that topic, and it is moving up today. Why and what do I expect with it? We'll talk about the Bitcoin price action, given that the Fed rate hike decision, I believe it's coming tomorrow, which will be a very, very big day for the markets. And then on top of that, we'll talk about some Coin updates and the WorldCoin chaos that's going on with this whole Sam Altman OpenAI project where they scan your retinas, keep track of your eyeballs. They're watching, right? Let's get into it, guys. If you like the content, smash the like. Welcome back, everybody. Just another sushi. Ron, Crow, Bro, Francisco. Good to have everybody in the chat. Let's hop right in. Folks. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Good start to the week, working hard, relaxing when you can, guys, making money because this is the time of accumulation, folks, and the overall price action of the last week or month really has shown that. Why? I mean, crypto global market cap is stuck at 1.17 trillion. We've just been there forever, it seems. If you look at the overall market cap, let's just look at the last month. What do we see? One spike up, one exciting moment where the market cap rallied up in the middle of the month. It came right back down. We're right back to where we started in the beginning of the month. It's as if nothing happened at all this month. But what does that mean for you and me? That means we have opportunities to accumulate before we get back to these times and these times, which are your bull markets, which are coming. So that is exciting for you, man. That's going to be a joke going on and on. I love that you put that in the chat there. I don't even know how you got that X, by the way. That was spectacular, Sushi. But WorldCoin is trending, and so I will be talking a little bit more about that. Because some people hate it, some people are interested in it. I see the good, I see the bad, I see the ugly. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Ripple. I've had some really accurate predictions on Ripple lately. I am bullish on XRP, but the XRP price, I had a couple things I said on that recently, which seem to have come true. And I think I have a vision as to what comes next, just at least in the next week, likely in the next couple months, just based on history. Bitcoin's trending today as well. I mean, nothing's going on really. I mean, for your green index, we're in the yellow, neutral at 52. Again, great buying opportunities here. But we might have some better buying opportunities come, and I'll get to that in a minute. But let's just check out the prices here. So Bitcoin's coming in at 29,000 today. Ethereum's coming in at 1860 right now. XRP is down to 71 cents. When we first started really talking about Ripple, it was after the big explosion, and it was at about 80 cents when I said, I'm not really trying to buy this thing under 80 cents. Here we are right now, and we'll take more of a peek at that in a second. Binance getting FUDed again, but standing strong. We'll talk about some of the Binance FUD that we saw as of late. And then Dogecoin up 20% over the last 7 days, and you know why. It is Elon Musk. That is the scoop, but we'll talk more about the specifics on why. I got to talk about Dogecoin for you guys today. Other movers, let's just look at the last 7 days. XDC network soaring up. My cousin who owns XRP told me to do a video on XDC as well. Very similar, related to XRP, I believe. I'm very happy for all the XDC holders out there. I need to do more research myself on XDC, just not a coin I got into. But I will note this, at a $780 million market cap, if this is a big project, it does have more upside. So I'm hopeful for my cousin. I hope he makes a lot of money so we can go fishing and golfing together more. Maker is doing pretty well right now. This is a coin time and time again I see go up. I've been talking about this coin. It's at $1 billion market cap, up 25% over the last 7 days. This thing has a lot of big pumps when a bull market comes, and I'm not surprised to see that. But Doge is up there. And then some other DeFi plays are big. I did a video on DeFi that guys seem to have liked recently. I do believe there's a big reason to be bullish on DeFi right now, especially with some of this Elon Musk news, which we'll get to here in a second. As for Coin, Kronos is currently at 5.8 cents. Actually, not doing so hot compared to the rest of the market. Of course, Arbitrum is way more down than CRO. But, down 1% over the last 7 days. Not the end of the world. Just really honestly, guys, right in line with where it's been over the last, just look at it here. We'll just take a peek real quick. Let's look at last year. FTS collapse, and we've just been trading essentially sideways with periods of excitement, periods where, hey, we thought maybe we'd break back up, kind of get back up to this 12-cent level. But we just haven't done it yet. I do believe that's coming. Before the end of the year, I think we can be back at 12 cents, and I'd like to see us upwards of 20 cents if we can before the end of the year, but that's going to be a little bit of a mission. So we'll get into that as we talk a little bit more about CRO. But let's just generally talk about the market right now, because everybody's wondering why Bitcoin's falling right now, and if you know, well, then you're probably thinking the same thing I am, which is Bitcoin's falling. Why? Because of the Fed meeting. Because of the interest rate hikes. Now, some people, CNBC is writing this article, which is very, very interesting. Investors are weighing in on Binance concerns. I didn't even hear these concerns about Binance, but now there's a whole new thing coming out. Specifically, CEO Changpeng, CZ, Zhao reported and suggested a private conversation in 2019. So we're talking about a private conversation from 2019 all of a sudden, that Binance affiliates had accounted for a portion of trading volume around the time it launched its U.S. trading arm. There are questions about whether this activity constituted wash trading aimed at inflating volume. We've heard accusations like this about Binance. I'm going to shrug it off and say this has nothing to do with the crypto downward moves at all right now. And we're not even really falls sharply. Bitcoin didn't fall sharply. This is just bad headline writing. It didn't fall sharply. It crashed a little bit, you could say, but falls sharply. No, I mean, it's just down. Why? Because the Fed meeting is here. They're speaking right now, Federal Chair Jerome Powell and the Board of Governors. And then tomorrow, we are going to find out what this federal leader is going to do. Is he going to raise the interest rates? And I'll just tell you guys, the answer is yes. The Fed is set to raise the interest rates to a 22-year high after we just paused the rate hikes in June. That was a very good thing. That's why June was bullish for us. June was pretty decent. Now, July has been a little bit lame. Hasn't been so hot. Hasn't been a killer for crypto holders, right? But this is a significant story, and there's a couple things that I want to point out to you guys. So here you go. This quote right here. The real importance of this meeting will be what is said in the statement and the press conference after the meeting. This is true. Dan North, a senior economist at Allianz Trade, not even familiar with this entity, but I love this quote, so I'm going to quote this fella. Everyone will be searching for any clues that the Fed has now finished its job and won't hike anymore. The Fed funds futures market is leaning heavily that way. So the policymaker, there are going to be more FOMC meetings in September, November, and December, as you see here. But although investors are betting that this will be the final rate increase, which is a very dangerous statement. And that's the big problem for me here. Although investors are betting this will be the final rate increase, I am not betting that. That is not the bet that I've been taking. If you guys have been watching this channel, you have seen that I said that I believe that there will be a second rate hike at some point, whether it's in the September meeting, the November meeting, or the December meeting, or even in the beginning of next year, potentially. They have a target rate of 2% for inflation. We're currently at 3%. They said that potentially, and Federal Chair Jerome Powell said, potentially we might have to do 2 more rate hikes. That means that he wants to do 2 more rate hikes. And frankly, unless something extremely significant comes along that totally changes his tone and he gets much less hawkish, I think tomorrow he will be very hawkish and he will potentially allude or at least leave on the table the potential opportunity for a second rate hike to come after the rate hike we see tomorrow. And what will that do for the markets, guys? I believe that will crash the markets, at least in the short term, possibly in the midterm. And when I say midterm, I mean in the next 2 months or so. Now, what would that look like? Well, here you go. These were 2 red months. Could we get back down to this under $1 trillion market cap? Absolutely. It could certainly happen. Do I want to see that? No. But if I did see that, man, what a spectacular accumulation opportunity that would be. I'll tell you though, it's easier to look at Bitcoin. Here's some weekly candles for you guys. I would, at worst, guys, I would say this is your worst case scenario. In my book, I think $20,000 is our worst case scenario with these Fed rate hikes. But realistically, I would expect us to go anywhere from 27,000 to a conservative low point, which would be like 23,000. I would love to see, and I really do think the most likely scenario is that we see a $27,500 Bitcoin bounce, and then we just ignore the fear that the rest of the markets are going to have from the potential rate increases. Because at the end of the day, inflation has been going down. Even if the Fed's going to raise the interest rates again after this next one, it's still a bullish narrative because they're fixing the problem. But people get scared, and I don't like to get scared. I like to get greedy when others are fearful, which is a fantastic strategy in my book for making money. And I like to get fearful when others are greedy because that's the way we're going to take successful profits in the next bull run. So for Bitcoin, that's what I'm looking at, guys. For the overall market cap, it could come down maybe to, $1 trillion, bounce off $1 trillion. I don't know if we break swiftly under $1 trillion. I don't think we get down to the 742, but maybe off $1 trillion when you kind of look at it that way. Let's talk a little bit about CRO versus Bitcoin. We are teetering on the edge, guys. I'm just not sure what's going to happen here. I really don't. It's a coin flip. The odds are that we might touch the bottom of this channel, guys, one more time, which would be tough to watch for CRO versus BTC, but I am so bullish on this project. And then again, look at it versus other altcoins as well. Solana is struggling versus BTC. Binance is not really performing yet versus BTC, trying to find a bottom, but not quite finding a bottom yet. CRO coin versus US dollar looking like it's closer to the low end of the spectrum. And I do think it's only a matter of time before we get a massive rally up. But please, 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 guys, be aware of the Fed rate meeting that is coming as Ripple, XRP, looks like it wants to rally again right now. But honestly, I would be surprised if we broke back above 73 cents here. I think we're coming back down to this green line that I drew weeks ago. I've been talking about XRP ever since the XRP versus the SEC case. We had the conclusion from the judge in that case that said XRP is not a security. I was bullish, yes, but when I saw the top here and then I tuned in to the price action right at about 80 cents, I think I was doing a video right around these levels right here. I said, I'm not buying this thing until it breaks below 80 cents. And I'm expecting, and then I drew this line, that it gets down to 56 cents. Well, what's happening right now? It broke down below this 73 cent level that I had drawn out. And now it's testing this, which I do believe that it's going to break through this yellow line down to 56 cents here. And then maybe take a swift hop up. It could even, guys, in worst case scenario, in my opinion, for XRP, get down to a level like this. You can see a lot of bounces right there. So those are some levels that I'm looking at. Just under 50 cents, just over 50 cents, around 67 cents we're at right now. Testing that, I think we're going to break down below if Bitcoin gets some pain with this FOMC meeting, which I think is increasingly likely. As for XRP versus BTC, though, I got to give them credit. XRP is performing very, very well. Let's see how that plays out with the news from Federal Chair Jerome Powell tomorrow. I'm going to see what other questions you guys have right now and what's going on. I'm not going to do I'll do a Q&A at the end, but I want to take your guys' questions as I'm on a topic. If you have a question, because I figure if you guys have a question while I'm talking about something, maybe I can have a little bit more to say. You can give me some other ideas to start kind of expounding on how I really feel about something. So leave some questions for me and do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, welcome, guys. Welcome to a stream. We do these every Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And heads up, starting the week of August After August 5th, I will be on my honeymoon. I'm getting married on August 4th, August 5th to the 12th. I'll be out of town, so we won't be doing any live streams that week. So I'll have some pre-recorded videos with some different strategies. We'll be talking about how to use the Uniswap wallet, how to set up a Uniswap wallet. We'll be talking about what's the difference between Kronos and crypto.org. We'll be talking about how to use the crypto.com DeFi app. We'll be talking about all these more long-term thought videos where people can they're timeless videos so that you guys can get a little more educated if you guys are beginners or if you just want to refresh yourself on something you haven't looked at in a while. All right, so Elon Musk is making headlines again, and this has a lot to do with crypto. If you guys remember the previous bull market, Elon Musk pumping Bitcoin was a thing because he bought Bitcoin, his company bought a bunch of Bitcoin as well, and they're still holding millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Well, he's alluded to the fact that he is a big friend of Dogecoin, and he put out, and I put out a video on this earlier, but for those of you guys that missed it, his location is the logo for X app and a Dogecoin D. He's got the Dogecoin D on his Twitter profile next to his Everything app. Now, for those of you guys that didn't do the research on this yet, Elon Musk wants to do a lot with this, and this branding is official, and he is hinting at Dogecoin. That is why Dogecoin is up big time right now. It is up over the last 7 days. You can see that it is way up. Over the last month, you can see it's way up. Now, over the last year, it's not as high as it's been. At one point, it was all the way up to where? 14, 15 cents in 2022, at the end of 2022, and it was higher. All time, it is way, way lower. But who put this up to the top? It was Elon Musk himself. And the reason this is pumping right now is because a lot of people think with this little signal he has on his Twitter that he's hinting his Everything app is going to use Dogecoin as a big time currency. Now, you can kind of see what happened here. Elon Musk took over Twitter in October 22. Since then, he fired half the staff, and now he just rebranded the company to X.com, which is hinting at his Everything app. Now, if he does make this an Everything app, this would mean so many different things. This would mean financial institutions of the future. This would mean so many different payments that could be possible through crypto, through maybe even having a bank account on this app. You can actually see that historically, Elon Musk back in the 1990s actually created X.com, sold it, and then bought it back, and then X.com became PayPal, and now he's bringing it back to the forefront. He actually tried to create an online banking system, an online investment vehicle through X.com in the past, but that's not what he's going to do with Twitter, which is now X.com. And now he's talking about, according to Mr. Wheelchart, Elon Musk says payments potentially integrated on X later this year. And here you go, somebody hinting, is the Dogecoin army ready? It's a very good question. And there's no doubt that he has the ability to pump Dogecoin. But I want you guys to be cautious because even though Dogecoin could get a pump like it does from Elon Musk, here it is over the last month. Nothing goes straight up. If the Fed rates come out tomorrow and the crypto markets crash, I do not expect Dogecoin to be an exception. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it was because Elon Musk is a very, very strong brand and he can move markets. Speaking of perfect example of how he moved markets, and please be careful, guys, because these are all fake. They have nothing to do with Elon Musk. But Elon Musk's Twitter rebrand to X.com sparked massive rallies on obscure crypto tokens with X names. Don't go buying a crypto token because it's got the letter X in it because of Elon Musk's rebranding. Don't do it. It's a great way to lose money. Now, if there's a coin that you love that you did research on that has X in it and it has nothing to do with Elon Musk's rebranding, then by all means. But if you're just buying something because Elon Musk tweets, you're probably doing it wrong. But if you're buying Dogecoin because Elon Musk for the last 4 or 5 years has been hinting that he wants to use Dogecoin, well, then that makes sense to me. But guys, when it's pumping, that's not the time to buy. Again, not financial advice, but I buy when there's fear, not when there's greed. I sell when there's greed. I'm fearful when others are greedy, and that's something you want to keep in mind. So little X tokens pumping for no reason. But I'm gonna go back to this Elon thing for a second because it is very interesting, and you will see why. So he's talking all about this, and basically how he wants to, you know what, it's actually not on here. So I won't get into that, but he wants to make this a financial app of the future. It's very interesting. Actually, good example. Doge designer, he's the guy that created this graphic for Dogecoin, for the X app. Another great example of why people are so bullish on Doge right now. And if you look at this guy's account, he actually has some very good tweets to kind of hint more about what's going to go on with this X app. Doge designer, X will become the most valuable brand on earth. Make my words. Well, why would he say that? Well, let's look at some other tweets. He had another one out here. Here you go. Another quote from Elon Musk. If done right, X can become the biggest financial institution over time. I think, guys, that he is going to bring decentralization. He's going to bring crypto payments to X.com, to this everything app. And he's going to take this into a very, very interesting direction. And it could be absolutely massive. And actually, it got me so excited that I was looking for Twitter stock today to just see where it's at. And then hopefully catch a retracement. But turns out Twitter is actually private now. You can't go buy Twitter shares. You can't buy X.com shares, which also makes me feel more bullish on like a Dogecoin or a crypto, because if that's his main currency, maybe he wants those things to pump. So he wants his users to be rich, to spend, to integrate, to operate on that app. He could build Uber on there. He could build Lyft. He could do anything on this app. That's the cool part. Going to be very exciting to see. If you want to order your Uber Eats or your Grubhub, maybe you just do it through the X app. Through X app. It's X app this, X app that. How do you pay with Dogecoin, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum? I think it's all very exciting. There's this other coin that came out as well that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's called WorldCoin. Verified human. This is important in a way, but it's also very dangerous. WorldCoin users queue up for iris scans. People are voluntarily signing up for this. I will not be until I see how this thing plays out. And I'm probably never going to do it, to be honest with you, just because it's an invasion of my privacy, which in saying that makes me kind of bearish on the coin. But there is an important component to this. WorldCoin is all about verifying that you're a human, which Elon Musk has also said that he wants people to be able to do. He doesn't want fake Twitter accounts, fake X.com accounts. And so verified humans are going to be important, where maybe a WorldCoin integrates into that, possibly. I don't think so, because it is actually from a competitor. I misspoke in a video yesterday, by the way. OpenAI is a competitor to Elon Musk's AI strategy, but he did work with the creator of OpenAI in the past, so there's a little bit of a connection there. But it would be interesting and important for us to know that there are verified humans versus bots or AI, because in a world where AI is getting so real, and you see all these deep fakes, I'm sure you saw the Tom Cruise guy who looks like Tom Cruise. He sounds like Tom Cruise, but he's not Tom Cruise. He's got an app. It's a deep fake. We don't know how to decipher what is real and what is AI, and something like this would be important for that. But do you really want this company and this person who's in charge of AI to have your iris scans, or is this potentially another way for the robots to take over a little bit quicker and the government to crack down even more? On top of that, there is some fear on how this WorldCoin co-founder is operating right now, saying WorldCoin co-founder Alex Blania refuses to disclose the token's distribution model. That's not so good, and according to Uncle Roger, kind of sus. So yeah, it is. It's a little bit suspect. It's a little bit strange. And I also think it's important to note, this was a very funny meme that I really enjoyed. WorldCoin versus Bitcoiners. Here's the WorldCoin holders. Join us, opening up the eyes, playing off the Bird Box thing where, come join us, join our WorldCoin ecosystem, adapt to the future. This is the future. And Bitcoiners are like, no, man, get out of here. I'm putting on a blindfold. I don't want to look at this. I don't want to be a part of this. Don't scan my retinas. It's actually a brilliant meme for those of you guys that saw Bird Box. Absolutely brilliant, but real concern, because the question is this really good, or is this the opposite of what we want for Bitcoin and crypto? We want a trustless peer-to-peer network, and WorldCoin isn't quite that. But there is a good component where we can know who's real and who's fake, so that we're not getting deep faked by AI. The WorldCoin price shot up on its first day, came back down and is moving up again today. It is a trending token today. So we'll keep an eye on this project as it starts to unfold. I'm nervous about it. I'm curious about it. I'm going to hold off because I believe this thing's going to continue to fall personally until a bull market comes, in which that time I'll explore to see as we're getting closer to that bull market if this thing's something I want to shuffle a little bit of money into. But honestly, guys, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the blue chips, can't go wrong with Binance, Cardano, all these big coins. Not financial advice, but you look at the top 20 coins. I'm going to take those over a new coin called WorldCoin, where a lot of people are fearful for this WorldCoin as well, and for very, very good reason. All right, guys. All right, so that's what I want to share with you guys today. Not a lot of news for Kronos right now. Just looking at the chart overall for Kronos, guys. We're just waiting. We're waiting. The biggest story that we're facing right now in crypto is this Federal Chair Jerome Powell announcement of these rate hikes that's coming out that we all got to be aware of, guys. So that is coming. Just Another Sushi says, I get greedy when it 5x, 10x, but then watch it all the way down to rug. Don't do that, Just Another Sushi. You are learning. You're newer to crypto. I forgive you, but please, take your profits. Win. The Dogecoin's a perfect example right now. If you have a bunch of Doge, it's up a little bit. There's going to be some fear on the FOMC meeting tomorrow. I'm not telling you to take profit, but if you made a bunch of money, it's never a bad idea to consider taking profit. Do your own thing, but very, very interesting. Francisco Gabriel asks me, am I planning on getting an x.x domain? Francisco Gabriel, great question. I didn't know that they had that. Can you tell me more about it? I will be looking at that myself. I would like to get a Dogecoin, a X. See, I'm already saying Dogecoin. An X, a .x domain. That would be very cool. And if he came out with like an X token, if he came out with like an official X token, that would be crazy. But I think it's going to be Doge. And honestly, I don't think it's just going to be Doge. I think it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, XRP maybe. Who knows? Maybe he integrates any crypto you want to pay with. That would be the smartest thing, because then you get all the money you want. Anybody with any money can pay for my stuff is what Elon Musk would be thinking in my mind. So why would he just make it Doge? Why would he just make it Bitcoin? It'll be interesting. Those x.x domains are sold with unstoppable domains. I'll have to look into it. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not totally familiar. Just Another Sushi, about to go to dinner with the kids and almost done with class. I'll be listening. I love it, man. You are dedicated to the cause, my brother. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got. Just Another Sushi said, I learned a lot from Kip's 2 to 3 last videos. Thank you very much, Sushi. Yeah, we'll keep the content coming. I'm really just trying to educate. Sushi, I really think you're going to love the videos that I do while I'm out of town, because I'm going to make it more like long. The problem I have is when we're creating these videos is I want to do daily updates. I want to give you guys the news of the day, because most people searching are looking for that news that day. They want the latest, greatest. But some people are beginners. Just Another Sushi, you're a fantastic example. You're newer. And so some content that some other people might already know, I want to make sure you can see that from our point of view as well. So I'll be doing some of these tutorial videos, how to, my top 3 coins, things like this, some Crow coin videos as well. We'll keep it 1 Crow video from me a day, 1 Crow video from Black Sea every day, and then a other video, which could be anywhere from Bitcoin to WorldCoin to Dogecoin to Elon to this to that to the PSYOP, whatever it might be. I'm not going to do a PSYOP video for you guys, maybe ever again. I don't know. But the PSYOP is happening. Maybe we will talk about PSYOP. I don't know. I'm still interested in it. Let's see what else we got going on. HC said, I was able to buy 20,000 Crow yesterday. First fiat edition since December. Right? Wife wears the pants. LOL. That's okay. My fiance wears the pants too. We're just trying to put in all the money we can That's what we do. But don't stretch yourself thin, right? Don't stretch yourself thin, guys. If you don't have enough money to invest, then you shouldn't do it, right? I mean, we need to have a cash reserve at all times. So I've always got cash, but there's certain cash I have that I don't touch. So if you're in a position to buy it and you're able to buy 20,000 CRO, then yes, I cheer you on. But if you can't, that's okay. We still have accumulation opportunities, guys. And the good news is CRO hasn't done anything since the beginning of the year. Really, in the last 8 months, it's almost done nothing. So very, very interesting. Let's see what else we got. OSIRISSGC asks, what's going on with loyalty? If you're asking about the loyal token, I will explain it to you. So for those of you guys that were interested in the PSYOP that I was talking about, the PSYOP turned into a partnership with Ben.eth and BitBoy, where then they were going to create a Uniswap competitor called Loyal. And then that Loyal project did launch, and when it launched, BitBoy Crypto separated it and did a breakup with Ben.eth. And so now there's essentially 3 tokens all under the control of Ben.eth. You have the PSYOP token, which is absolutely under his control. You have the Loyal token, which is also under his control. And you have the Finale, which is kind of under his control. I have $50 in the Finale token. I'm not a fan of that. If you guys aren't familiar with what these are, this is all the Ben.eth stuff. This is Web3 stuff. This is Twitter or X.com stuff. People were buying all these pre-sales. People were making a bunch of money. Then people lost a bunch of money. People were calling Ben.eth a scammer. And Loyal was struggling, and so was the PSYOP token. Well, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Loyal token exploded to the moon. And I am very proud to say that when that token exploded, I sold it all. I was not loyal to the Loyal token. I am, however, loyal to the PSYOP token. So what I did is I sold all my Loyal tokens and I dumped them into the PSYOP token, and I doubled my PSYOP holdings, okay? Now, the Loyal token crashed right after I sold it all, which was pretty great for me, and I think other people sold it as well. And then after that, Ben.eth paused the liquidity pool. He basically paused the trading on the Loyal token, and he's merging the Loyal Telegram with all the community. He's merging that with the PSYOP, which tells me it's all about the PSYOP. So Loyal, I'm sure will have another pump. I'm sure he'll open it back up. I feel pretty confident about that. If you're holding Loyal, you will be getting a 1-to-1 airdrop of free PSYOP tokens if you're a Loyal holder. So there's your upside. And then I believe he's going to pump the PSYOP token. So I'm holding a lot of PSYOP. I'm currently holding about $10,000 worth of PSYOP token. And if we get any kind of pump like we got with the Loyal project, which I do think we're going to get because this is, again, his main project, which he hasn't done anything with yet, then the PSYOP could be big. But that's my Loyal update for you. So if you're holding Loyal, you're going to get an airdrop of PSYOP as long as you didn't sell it. He did a screenshot, and so you have some free PSYOP coming. And then after that, I don't know. If you sell it, if you hold it, that's up to you. I don't know how big of a competitor the Loyal swap is going to be to Uniswap, but it's definitely a thing. It's a real project. So something to acknowledge that it's at least real. Yeah, I'm a Ben fan as well. I got some Ben tokens. I felt terrible for everybody that got hacked in the Ben hack. I think he's going to be returning those funds to everybody out there. I see some people asking about Wolfie and Dubai coin as well. I know those are pretty big. I put in like $200 to the Dubai pre-sale just for fun, but I didn't get into Wolfie. There's somebody out there, I think it's just another sushi, I think it is you, who bought a bunch of Wolfie and made a bunch of money. If you make a bunch of money on a token, don't be afraid to take some profits, guys. Take half off the table. Take a tenth off the table. Take something off the table. Buy something else that you want to believe in. let's just say you bet a bunch of money on Loyal. Well, then maybe you sell that and maybe you buy some Ethereum. Maybe then you also buy a little bit of, hey, maybe you like WorldCoin. You buy some more. Maybe you don't have Doge yet. You buy some Doge. Now Doge pumps up. Maybe you just made a bunch of money. You took your Loyal, you put it into Doge. The Doge went up. Now you got a bunch of Doge profits. Maybe you sell some of that Doge and you put it into some other project that you're looking at, CRO, accumulate more CRO, or maybe get more Bitcoin or Ethereum. These are some of the things that I think about, and these are some of the video topics that I'll be doing for you guys when I go out of town. But I haven't bought any Wolfie. I'm in the Bend project. I'm kind of trying to stay out of the BitBoy crypto tokens for now. I've got my Ben coin. I've got my exposure. That's good enough for me for now. But I saw a pre-sale, and so I got into the Dubai pre-sale, and I'm going to flip that very quickly. Likely, $200. It was just kind of some fun money. So that's my experience with that. I thought I'd just share that with you guys. See what else we got. Thanks for the shout out, Kip. I'm earning around $15 a day through VVS. I'm always adding something. So do you have a lot of VVS tokens? How are you earning the $15 a day? Are you doing a liquidity pool? And are you getting hit with impermanent loss right now? I bet you're not, because the markets really aren't that volatile. So actually, it's a fantastic time to be in a liquidity pool. For those of you guys that don't know what a liquidity pool is, I'll talk a little bit about it on my videos that I do when I go out of town in the next 2 weeks. I'll do a little tutorial for you guys. Francisco Gabriel says, we have to keep growing our crow bag during this period where the prices are super cheap. Yes, a great time to accumulate not only your crow, but any token that you love out there. And I think we're going to have a fantastic accumulation opportunity coming up in the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's just see how this Fed rate hike situation kind of pans out, guys. All right, folks, that's all. That's all I got for you. I'm going to cut it a little bit short today. I am starving Marvin. I got to do some shorts for you guys as well, but got through most of the content for the day, got through the news stories I want to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed some of the updates I have for you in this one. I think I've got some steaks we're cooking tonight. It's a steak night. Steaks and chicken piccata. Two of my favorite dishes, guys. Two of my favorite dishes. That's all I got for you on this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, folks. And as always, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, and of course, we will see you in the next one. HC making money in a 4-year vault. Moving back into the VVS Crow Farm. I like what I'm hearing. Good to see you, Tej. I'm out. Rewind and check out the video. We'll see you next time, guys.